Welcome back, Seth Bling here. Mojang just released the 1.6.1 pre-release, and they actually added a couple new features in the pre-release, and I want to go over those, and they're really some cool stuff. So the first one I want to get to is the PlaySound command. So if I do PlaySound random.levelup Seth Bling, I can play the level up sound for myself. You hear it right there. And you can do this with any sound in the game. The way you figure out the name of the sound is you go to the assets folder of your Minecraft installation, and then you look in that, and there's a sound folder, and inside of that there's like a random folder, and then inside the random folder there's levelup.ogg. So that's how I got random.levelup. There's actually, if you look at the PlaySound syntax, there's a lot of options. There's PlaySound, the name of the sound, the player that you want to play it for. So I could use actually at A or at P or selectors or whatever instead of my name. The X, Y, and Z coordinates where the sound originates, the volume, the pitch, and then the minimum volume, which I think if you're really far away from the origin, it means it'll still play the sound. So I've pre-entered some of these commands into some command blocks here. So for instance, here we have a mob.wither.spawn sound, and so if I play that, you'll hear what it sounds like. That's a really epic sound. So then here I've modified the pitch. I've used a pitch of 2.0 rather than 1.0, and that's double the pitch, which is 1 octave higher. You'll also notice the sound plays twice as fast. Here I've used 0.0. It's actually not double the pitch, I guess. It's, well, no, it's double the frequency. Anyway, here's 0.0, which is half the frequency. There you go. So it's a lower pitch sound, and it plays for twice as long as the original sound, because that's how it achieves the pitch shift, by increasing or decreasing the length of the sound. In here I've got the explode sound, just like TNT explosion. Here I've got a Ghast Scream, mob.ghast.scream, and you'll notice each time I press it, it picks a different random scream sound. So in the mob/ghast folder, there's scream1.ogg, scream2.ogg, etc. And so you don't actually put the number, you have to just put the name of the file without the number, and then it'll pick a random one from among those. So you can pick the different sounds randomly that way. Similarly, here's, you can play cave noises, so ambient.cave.cave. Might be kind of hard to hear, but it'll play a random cave sound, kind of, if there's pitch black stuff near you. So this is actually one of the coolest features that they've added in a while, I think. It adds a lot of flexibility to map makers. Now with resource packs, you can actually replace sounds in the game. So custom map makers can release resource packs with their maps, and it could include stuff like announcers talking or whatever else you want. And servers can also prompt the player to download custom resource packs. So servers can actually kind of ask the player to play a sound that will, you know, be custom, and you can use command blocks to actually play those sounds. So that's really cool stuff. Looking forward to seeing what other people can do with it, and I'm going to play around with that a lot too. Okay, so the next thing here, if I go into survival mode, I can show you. I'm going to give myself hunger 10 for 10 seconds here, and that's going to deplete a bunch of my hunger. After it gets rid of the saturation, boop-a-doo. I have to wait a couple seconds. I might have too much saturation actually. But hold on, let's give myself a higher level hunger. Hunger 100. Just deplete all my hunger. Actually, I'm not sure that's any faster. Anyway, you can see the hunger bars going down. This is the effect that you get when you eat zombie flesh. Okay, so the effect that they added effect number 23. This is saturation. Now when I press this button, it's going to give me the saturation effect. And there we go. I gain 5 hunger bars back. And if I press it again, I'll gain 5 more, and it actually goes and gives me saturation beyond the hunger bars. So now my hunger bars aren't wiggling, and if I press this, it's going to take some time before it starts depleting the actual hunger bars, because I have that saturation. So this is really cool, because previously map makers have had no way to prevent the players from getting hungry. If you had a custom map, you just had to give the player food, and there's no way around it. You kind of had to supply the player with food. this allows you, as the map maker, to have the flexibility to just not include food at all in your map. And I'm really happy with that because I personally, when I'm building my custom maps, I prefer not to require the player to eat food. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you is actually not from the 1.6.1 pre-release. It's actually something that came in a few weeks ago. It's attribute modifiers. I just haven't made any videos that included it. So here I've got these chain boots, plus 15% max health, plus 25% knockback resistance, plus 5 attack damage, and plus 200% speed. So if I put those on, you'll notice my field of view goes all wide. I have 5 extra hearts, if you look at the hearts, and I'm going 3 times as fast as normal. So it's applying all those attribute modifiers to my player. You'll notice also if I hold them, if I hold them, if I switch back and forth between the boots and something else, I also get those effects. And so the reason for that is that if you look at the diamond sword here, you see it says plus 7 attack damage. So if I'm holding the diamond sword, I get plus 7 attack damage, and that's what causes the diamond sword to be an effective weapon. So similarly, when I'm holding these boots, I get the speed, I get the extra attack damage that was on them, the plus 5 attack damage, and everything else. So all these attribute modifiers work either when you're holding it or when it's a worn item. So I have a filter that you can download, an Mcedit filter you can download if you want to add attribute modifiers to items. The way it works is you put the item in the chest here, and then you just run the filter on the chest, and you can add percentages, add numbers to the different attributes. And so I've included that filter for download. You can check out the link in the video description to see that. I've also linked to the changelog for 1.6.1 pre-release. I'm guessing this will probably get released in sometime next week. But really cool features from map makers. I'm definitely looking forward to playing around with them. That's about it. Thanks for watching.